Welcome back to another video here. Smash the sub button, ding that notification bell. Welcome to Friday Fish Facts. I'm your host, Ron DeSantis. And if you couldn't tell, I do have a little cold, so I apologize for my voice not sounding normal today. But I would like to welcome I.f.g. Evan. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming on today, man.
What's up, Ron? Thanks for having me.
Hey, I just want to Oh, we got a little bit of applause already. Okay, here we go. I just wanted to say, oh, that's Amelia saying hi. Say hi, Amelia.
Hi.
Your video that just came out 2 days ago with the 7 foot tank. I have my suggestion that I would like to see.
And what is it?
I would love to see a planet aquarium, which I know is one of your options. Like nothing too crazy, like with CO2 and all that. But I know you like your plecos. I was thinking maybe like start with some exotic plecos in there. Get like 20 clown loaches.
Something low tech.
Yeah.
No CO2, no fancy lighting.
Well, maybe you could do like some lighting, like but you don't have to worry about the CO2. But stuff like that, like get some Val going on in the back and
Right. I
some
like that idea. I like that. I might entertain that idea. I actually like what you have going on in the background there.
oh, thanks, man. Yeah, that's kind of similar to what I got going.
What kind of mosses are those over there on that branch?
That's Java moss right there. Yeah, right on that branch. So we've got a bunch of people in the house here. So let's take a quick look at the chat. We've got Hugh, prolific breed. Anthony, unconventional aquatics. What's going on, man? The
What up,
code,
Anthony?
Zach from SC Fish Keeping. Matt's Monster Fish. What's going on, man? JMO Tanks, Sugary, TJ's Fish and Reptiles, Cichlid OG, Bill Dobbs. What's going on, everybody? Welcome. We are here with IFG. Hey, I liked your Instagram post from today too with that pond. That thing's coming along, man.
Thanks, man. Yeah, that's gonna be like actually a turtle enclosure. I haven't decided yet. I'm thinking I'm gonna go full aquatic species in that enclosure. Haven't quite figured that out yet.
Yeah,
Still have some work to be done on it yet. Actually, that's gonna be I'm gonna run a solar powered pump on that pond, so that way I'm not um, wasting any electricity or energy like that consumption. So it's gonna be really efficient. I think it's gonna be pretty cool.
that's cool, man. Hey, we were talking about that 7 foot tank, and we'll get into like the sub that you're gonna have on it. But I've already got a question here from Matt's Monster Fish. I think it's more of a joke question, but where's the center brace gonna be for that 7 foot tank?
Word. King and Queen Cichlids in the building. What's up, dude?
Hey, Scott, what's going on, man? How's it going, man? Thanks for joining. Ultimate Fish Keeping, good night. Thank you for stopping in, though, my friend. Kaylin, how's it going? That is Anthony's wife, I believe. Hi.
Yeah, that is.
Now, we had Anthony Unconventional Aquatics on last week, and Anthony's channel, like, excuse me, around the summertime had about 1,500 subs, and he's kind of blown up now. He's just over 4,000. And he credited a lot of that to the advice that you had given him. So, what kind of tips were you giving Anthony?
I don't know what that guy's talking about, man. I think he totally made that up.
So you've never talked to him before, is what
No,
you're saying?
and what's his name again?
Yeah.
Well, the conversations that Anthony and I have are they revolve around YouTube, but mainly they are around real life stuff. But what I shared with Anthony was just find your niche,
Yeah.
stay true to what you do, focus on yourself and on your creativity, and just have fun with it, man. Have fun with it. The numbers are gonna come. Don't focus on the numbers. When you focus on the numbers, that's when you disappoint yourself. So don't even concern yourself with the numbers. That's gonna happen. If it's meant to happen, it's gonna happen. Just have fun, enjoy your fish, enjoy your hobby.
I see a few more people in the chat here. If I don't get to say hello to you, I apologize. But I did see Brandon in here, Mr. B. How's it going? So we were just kind of talking off there before we came on, and you were saying like you don't agree with sticking to a schedule coming out. You like to just do as you have fun and don't worry about competing small channel versus big channel. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, because when you get into that kind of thing, that's when the negativity starts. So at the end of the day, everyone started at ground zero. Everyone started at zero subs, zero views. And as you build yourself up to whom you are, your personality on YouTube, and you begin to share that with the world, you will eventually take off if you're true to what you're doing. And just getting into the whole, oh, this guy needs to help me do this, and this guy that needs to help me do that. No one owes you anything. Just do your thing. Do your thing. And eventually, if it's meant, it'll happen. It'll happen. It'll happen for you, man. There's a lot of, man, there's like multiple people in this chat right now, more than 5, that I talk to on almost like a daily basis that I help out on YouTube and with other things. A lot of people that's in this chat right now, and they can attest to that. But just stay genuine, man. Do your thing. And one thing in particular that don't concern yourself with what others are doing. If you evolve in the hobby, because I started out with African cichlids, I've since then moved away from that. I'm no longer interested in that particular type of fish. Now I keep brackish. I'm going to be setting up a saltwater. I have the oddball aquarium. Then I have the jelly catfish aquarium, which is the Venezuelan jelly cat. You can't put any other fish in the tank with that guy, so he's kind of like a showcase fish. Um, I have the 7 foot, as you've seen in the garage. I have 3 ponds. Then I have also a gulper catfish aquarium. So I keep a variety of different fish. You know, that's what I enjoy to keep at this point.
I just want to say thank you for the $10 super chat from King and Queen Cichlids. 100% respect for IFG. Love these live chats. Huge fans. Thanks very much, Scott. I really appreciate that. Want to say hello to Brandon, Flynn's Fish Forum.
What's up, Flynn?
What's going on, man? I like your video on the discus farm. That is right near where I live, actually. So that was pretty cool, man. If you haven't seen that one, guys, go and check it out. We've got Melvin in here. We've got Joe in here. We've got Rob93 in here. We've got some great people. And we got to say hello to, of course, Mel, the Hawaiian Peacock.
The Hawaiian Peacock in the building. What's up, Mel?
In the building. There's a lot of intros for you. So where'd you get that idea for doing all those intros? That's a huge part of your channel for me.
I actually stole that intro from a sports channel. So I seen, this was like 2 years ago. I seen a guy on the sports channel doing that. I said, man, that's pretty cool. So I incorporated it into my own channel, but I added my little twist to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, somebody else inspired me to do that. Rob93 in the building, Fish Tropic in the building, Joe Moons in the building.
Yeah,
we've got Fish Keeping in the building.
Yeah, we've got a bunch of people. Joseph with JH Aquatics is in the building.
JH in the building.
Hey, you buried a fish in your yard, and I've done the same thing as well. My favorite clown loach, the biggest one I ever had. What moved you to decide to bury a fish?
I don't really agree with the whole flushing fish down the toilet thing, and I didn't want to just dump the fish into the trash. So I decided to bury him in the backyard. It was a Carmelian catfish and a dwarf goonch catfish. The dwarf goonch catfish doesn't get massive in size like the ones you've seen on episodes of River Monsters. This guy only gets like 17 inches, but those were the 2 fish. I don't know, man. It was just felt like I didn't want to just dump those guys in the trash.
Yeah, I know how you feel, man. Same thing with me. Hello to Chris Weber. That is Palmer Aquatics is in the house here today as well.
Palmer in the building.
So Palmer Aquatics, if you folks like to listen to podcasts, he's got a podcast which is Fish Aquarium Geeks, which you can catch almost all of the interviews that I've done here is on his podcast channel. So go check that out if you're more of a podcast person. I also wanted to say hello to Fish Tropic, another more of the Canadian in here. So we were talking a little bit earlier, Evan, about you kind of were sitting in front of a fish tank.
Mm-hmm.
And you got some advice from Steve Poland about moving around more. What tips did he give you to kind of take off? Because your channel's really taken off in the last year.
Well, Steve Poland and I, believe it or not, we talk quite frequently, but not in the past few months. But we used to talk regularly. But what Steve Poland told me was, in one of our conversations, was that he actually knows for a fact that people like to hear stories. So that's what he shared with me. But my biggest inspiration on YouTube would be Joey. Love him, I hate him. I mean, everybody in this community has drawn some sort of inspiration from him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I get a lot of inspiration from Joey. I talk to him from time to time. He's a cool guy. So pretty much the whole vlogging style and things of that nature. I pretty much picked up a lot of knowledge from Joey on that aspect. But as far as putting the idea in my head to tell stories, that would be Steve Poland. But from a I want to say a format and operational standpoint, it would be Joey. It would be Joey, hands down.
That's cool. Well, you do have that video. Petco will not delete this video. How do you make a video with 800? Last I saw, 818,000 views.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you this, and pretty much every YouTuber will tell you this. The videos that you dump the most time into, the ones that you say, "Hey, man, this is it," they never take off. It's always like the crap video that blows up, and you're like, "What?" I'll take it though. I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
What,
That
what's
video
your...
has started to move again. Actually, it's just starting to move again. Right now, currently, I have two virals moving at the same time. I have two virals. I have the beta fish rescue viral that's moving.
Yeah.
That's almost at 300,000.
Yeah.
And then I have the like the one you mentioned, the Petco one. That's almost at. It's going to be hitting 900 pretty soon.
It's funny that you mentioned that they're picking up again. So I've only been monetized since the end of January, and I've noticed, like, I don't know if this is true or not, but my old videos are getting pushed more, and you know they had maybe 300 views, and they came out in the fall, and now they have 2,000. So
Okay.
I don't know if YouTube's pushing these because now they're getting a cut, but
This is how YouTube works. YouTube doesn't, believe it or not, doesn't promote videos. YouTube promotes your channel. It's on the audience that is being promoted to if they're going to click or not. So if you start getting those clicks and you start getting that retention, that video is going to be shared to a wider audience. But at the end of the day, YouTube promotes channels. They don't just promote the videos. So say, for instance, you get a viral that takes off. You're going to notice, even if it's not a viral, you may get something that's 10K or 5K. You're going to notice that you start to get views on your older videos. And that's because YouTube is sharing your channel as a whole.
I gotta say hello to Fantastic Hobbies and hello to Giovanni DeSantis, my cousin, who is sitting upstairs as we speak. We've got a little bit of some spectators here tonight. So that is awesome. We've also got a $2.79 super chat from Mr. Beast Fishing Things. Great guest, great host. Share the kindness, like. Thank you very much, Brandon. I appreciate that. Thanks very much, man. How much you making, Ron? Payouts are weak sauce, eh? Hey, man, you know what? I'm not. It's kind of just like I wanted to see if I could get to that 4,000 hour, 1,000
Do your thing,
subscriber
Palmer.
mark. It's. I mean, I'm never gonna quit my job and do this full time. It's just a fun thing, but I'll take anything that I can get. We got another super chat here from Mike the Fish Tank Barn. IFG, are you banned from Walmart, Petco, and PetSmart?
Not the crappy ones. They know me, dude. If I'm not in like YouTube character with my filming gear or whatever, they still know me. When they see me, they're like looking like, look at this guy. Yeah, they know me, dude. Because there's like 5 or 6 in my area. I don't go to all of them. Like
Yeah.
I did the 2 crappy ones, but
Yeah.
I probably went in again maybe once or twice, but I don't frequent those anymore. I go to the ones that take care of the fish and stuff like that.
Got a few more hellos to say here to Rack at River Life, Donald's Fish Vibes, and I saw one more here. Biggie's is here, and Terry Lindsay. Kudos to Ron, folks. Most won't know this, but he's been sicker than a dog the last 5 days. I think that's supposed to be. That's one of my coworkers there. But hey, man, the show must go on. And we had IFG coming on this week, so of course we'll power through this, no problem. How can you not get pumped with IFG here? So do you have any difficulties when you walk into some of these fish stores? Like, it looks like you're walking in with cameras filming without going in first and asking.
Well, they all know me, so they want me to do that because that brings business to their stores. You know what I mean? But for the most part, when I first started to do the vlogs in the fish stores, the people that would be there shopping, they would be kind of, oh my God, what is he doing? But now everybody's like, they're wanting to be a part of it. Oh, it's IFG and blah, 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 blah. Even to the point where they're calling the fish stores asking, hey, when is he going to show up?
When's he coming?
And they try to, yeah.
So do you tell the fish stores?
No. I don't tell them. I just pop up.
Yeah, that's good, man. Just want to say hello to Cameron. That is Learning to Fish Keep. He's in the house as well. Are you going to Aquashella this year?
Aquashella? Yeah, I am.
The one in Dallas, I assume?
Yep.
Any other conventions for you this year?
Not that I know of. I've done the ACA. I've done the aquatic experience. Aquashella is going to be a first for me. Oh, yeah, I'm going to the Monster Fish Bash in Florida. I will be in Florida at the Monster Fish Bash. What's up, River Life?
And who have you not met at any of these that you are looking forward to meeting?
I've met pretty much everybody except like Joey, Rachel. Who else?
Well, Joey's going to be in Dallas, right?
Yeah, he is. He's speaking. Joey, Rachel. I haven't met Matt. I haven't met Zach. Anthony, I talk to him every day, so it's just like it's just like I met him. So who else? I haven't met Paul, the Inventory King. A couple of people I haven't. Just a couple of people I haven't met.
What was the first fish that you ever had, and how old were you?
The first fish that I had was 3 convict cichlids. I was maybe about 12 years old. Didn't know any better. I had them in like a 20-gallon. And then they had, believe it or not, they spawned and had babies and ate all the babies. But I was so fascinated by that. I was like, wow. I don't even believe I cycled the tank. I think I may have put some dechlorinator in there and let it sit for like 5 days and then added fish. But I didn't know what I was doing. That was back in the days when they had like the, well, they still do them now, the little box filters. And they came with like the carbon and like the polyfill already in the little box filters. Yeah. So I had like a 20-gallon long, I believe, and I ran 2 of those on there and blah, blah, blah. I didn't even have a lid, lights, or anything.
Hey, we all got to start somewhere, right?
Right.
Hello, Candy Overhauls. Candy's in the building now. Mass Monster Fish has a question for you. Is it awkward filming in public ever?
For me, no. Because my personality is such, like, when you see me, I'm like the same guy. So it's like second nature to me. So
what is your current favorite fish that you own?
The current favorite fish that I own, I would say, is the Venezuelan jellycat. Would have to be.
That was pretty cool. How did you come up with the name Inquisitive Fish Guy? For all of you guys who don't know what IFG stands for.
I don't know, dude. Honestly, I don't know how I came up with that. To be honest, I guess I just threw it together.
So did everyone just call you IFG? Not many people know your real name.
Somebody gave me that IFG moniker because my channel used to be Inquisitive Fish Guy, the entire word spelled out, and then I had like my old football jersey number, Inquisitive Fish Guy 71 on there, right? So then when people would communicate with me in the comment section, they would say IFG, because they didn't want to type out Inquisitive Fish Guy. I said, you know what? I'm going to just shorten that and say IFG, and that's what I did.
Number 71, so were you offensive lineman?
Yep. I played offensive, I played tackle, and I played tight end.
Oh, that's cool, man. So you got good hands and you can block.
Yeah. Told you, dude, I'm pretty big. When you see me in person, you're going to be like, yikes.
So what inspired you to start making YouTube videos?
What inspired me? Well, I'm going to tell you, the first people that I watched on YouTube, it was It's 3 people that have watched the first. I watched YouTube for like a whole year before I even started making videos.
Yeah.
So the first 3 people that I ever watched on YouTube was Lou9294, Jay Wilson, and KG Tropicals. Those were the first 3 guys that I ran across.
Yeah.
And I was those guys. Yeah,
African cichlids.
Their videos were getting kind of recommended under one,
Yeah.
So that's how I was able to run across them. And I ran across Joey from Lou9294's channel because Lou had built a stand and he used one of Joey's videos to do it. And he mentioned Joey and he dropped Joey's link. And I went from that video to Joey's channel. I was like, wow. And this was when Joey had the whole green screen thing with the, I was kind of fascinated, but I was taken aback by that because nobody was doing anything like that at that time. Everybody was just pointing at their tanks. They weren't even showing their faces.
That actually brings me to my next question. So I went back and watched like all your early videos where you never show your face either. What made you decide to finally sit in front of the camera?
I told you, Poland.
Well, your first ones there though, you were still in front of the camera. So Poland said right from the beginning, get in front of the camera.
He didn't tell me to get in front of the camera. When we would have conversations about YouTube, he would say that audiences like to see and hear stories. He would always say that. He never just said, "Hey, you should do this," blah 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 blah. He would just mention it. And then after hearing that so many times, I was like, you know what? Oh, you know who else too? KG Tropicals too. John was like, dude, why don't you ever show your face and blah, 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 blah. And so John had a little something to do with that too.
Yeah, he's a cool guy too. I got a question here. What's the update on the outdoor pond and the turtle pond you're building?
So the turtle enclosure is going to be done within the next week or so. The outdoor pond, I still need to do the overflow because I'm not going to drill holes into the pond. I'm going to do one of those overflows that hang over the side of the pond. So I'm going to do a video on that. So, and I'm going to have a cover made for it that has an acrylic where you can see in top of it. So that way, stuff won't fall into the pond can clutter the pond up. So whenever I'm out looking at the pond, I'll have that cover off. But when at night and stuff like that, I'll cover it back up. So I have quite a few more projects I need to do before I get that pond up and running.
Ultimate Fish Keeping Show says that I love that you are outspoken, sir.
Yeah, that's me, man, all day. Ask Scott, he'll tell you.
Scott's heading out. Thanks for stopping in, Scott. We really appreciate that. We've got another question here for you. How many cameras do you use in your videos?
2.
2 only, eh? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. You use your phone ever?
Yeah, that's what I use, the camera and the phone.
Okay. Hello, Petzotics. Welcome. How's it going? It is going just great, my friend. So a little while ago, you did a fish room tour and you had 8 tanks going and 3 ponds. So now do we have 9 tanks total, 3 indoor ponds and 1 out?
I have 5 tanks now. 4 of those tanks I took down. So I have like the 125, I have the 90, the 75, 2 90s, the 75, and then the 7-foot.
So that exotic pleco tank is...
Yeah, I took that down. But I'm going to be doing a rack system that's going to have 3 tanks on it. So I don't know what I'm decided if I'm going to keep plecos, cories. I'm going to keep some kind of dwarf species catfish that don't get big, like the lasers or something like that. Maybe the laser, something cool.
Yeah, the orange or green lasers. Those are
cool.
We got a few more people in the chat here. Dean from Down the Wormhole is here as well. King and Queen Cichlids says 100% IFG is outspoken and 100% real. That is for sure. We've got Anthony in Long Island Fish Guy. What's going on here, Anthony? And we got a few more people saying hello. I'm just wondering, how is the Emperor Pleco doing?
Good.
What tank is the Emperor Pleco in? I couldn't.
He's in the eyeball aquarium. Okay. Just the 125.
See, I think that one would look great in the 7-foot tank. Like you get a few of those cool plecos in there with some clown loaches running around. Are you leaning towards anything going on in there?
Stay tuned.
Okay. We won't give that away too much. What kind of a sump system are you gonna put on that 7-footer? Like what size?
I think I might go with a 55 gallon sump on there.
Okay, that's cool. The other tank that you've got the 4 canister filters on.
The 220, I sold it.
Yeah,
I sold the
you sold
220.
that.
Yeah.
How often were you doing water changes on a tank that had 4 canister filters on it?
To be honest, I only did water changes when my water test called for it. But when I
Yeah.
first got in the hobby, when I seriously in the hobby, I would do water changes every week. But then once I realized that you don't have to do that, so based upon water test results is when I would do my water changes.
Anthony's got a suggestion here for you. He says 50 red hooks in the 7-footer.
There he is with those red hooks.
So once again, for the folks in the chat here, if you guys have questions for IFG, you feel free to bring them forward, and we will get them asked for you. So, which one is your favorite 3D background that you have?
I would say the eyeball aquarium is my favorite one. Um, I'm kind of going away from those 3D backgrounds. Your mods are doing that thing. Shout out to the mods, Rob
Oh,
93,
for sure.
um, Learning to Keep Fish, Hawaiian Peacock, Legacy Aquatics. Shout out to the mods.
Yeah, well, the
But
mods each and every week for sure.
but
Sorry, go
yeah,
ahead.
so I was saying I'm kind of going away from those 3D backgrounds. I'm gonna do frosted from here on out. I really like that look. It gives depth to the aquarium, and you
Yeah,
can put like an LED light bar at the bottom of the tank, and it
yeah,
shines up. And then you
yeah.
can also have a light at the top, and it gives like that deep depth look to the aquariums.
You were saying kind of like you could see a reflection in your last video. So are you worried that filming it is going to show a reflection?
No, not really, not really, not really. There's certain lenses and stuff you can use to prevent that. But when I said you can see my reflection, what I meant was you can't see the wall
Yeah.
because of the frosted. It was I was bouncing off of the frosted background is what I was the point I was trying to make.
Jeff Rose says, "One, your guest is cool tonight. Who is he?"
What's up, Jeff Rose?
We've also got Alluring Bettas here, and he is asking if you are going to Aquashella, which you have said yes, you are
Yeah.
going to the one in Dallas because you live right there. Let's see what else we got in the chat here. The 7 football, it will be something that you won't expect. That's interesting. Okay, sorry, I fell behind in the chat a little bit here, guys, but I am just catching up now. And KG Cichlids, hello, what's going on, man? Rip Van Winkle, what's going on? How are the turtles doing? You're probably gonna go turtles outside, but how are the
Oh,
turtles doing?
the little baby turtles,
Yeah.
they're doing great. I have them in the actually. Oh, you know what? I forgot a pond. I've left out one pond. I have this mini pond. I'm looking at it right now that I have a few colorful crayfish in, and the baby turtles are there, and I also have um, panther crabs in here as well. So they're doing great. I don't think I'm going to put these little bitty baby turtles out there. I'm going to
Yeah.
leave them in here until they grow so slowly, man. Wow.
Is it warm where you are now yet?
It's 70s.
Yeah. Same with here today. This week's been the snow was here last week, and now we're already at like 73 today. So it's almost pond time for a lot of people.
Yeah. And
Yeah. Sorry.
I was going to say my outdoor pond, the 2100 gallon. I have a heating system that I'm going to use that I'm going to be able to still keep that pond up and running in the winter. That's another reason why I'm getting that lid made so that I can cover it in the winter, run the heating system, and not have to bring the fish indoors.
There's a question here asking about if you're comfortable in public, which IFG has said he is super comfortable because that's his personality. Got another question here wondering about your monthly fish food bills.
Monthly fish food bills. It's not just say it's not cheap. It's not cheap. I feed the majority of my fish. I feed like my brackish aquarium. I feed bloodworms. Um, Eyeball aquarium. I feed pellets, and I also feed like myosis and krill. I feed the majority of frozen to all of my fish. And the Venezuelan catfish, I feed him like the silver sides. So most of my fish get like frozen, and some of them get the North Fin pellets.
Boom, awesome stream, Ron, aka Jimmy Fallon of the fish community. Hit that like button. I appreciate that, Hawaiian Peacock. I've got a fish in Hawaiian Peacock's pond named Ron. Guys, if you haven't seen Hawaiian Peacock, make sure you subscribe to his channel and go check him out. The fish tank barn is wondering, what made IFG get rid of predator haps and move to the monster fish?
I just got bored with those cichlids. To be honest with you, I got bored with those cichlids, man. You know, you just evolve and you evolve in the hobby. Like my boy CJ Aquarium says, because he used to keep cichlids as well. He said that the Mbuna cichlid was the gateway to the saltwater aquarium, and he's moved on from Mbuna cichlids to saltwater, and he hasn't looked back since.
I'm just gonna have a little. Gotta wet the palate here. There was another question here, wondering if you feed your fish D's Fish brand.
I bet that's Kevin. Who said that?
Right, that was Kevin. Ron the leprechaun. Sorry, couldn't resist. Hey, that's cool, man. I'm not Irish, but hey, I that's cool. What is your worst day in fish keeping, Ben?
Worst day in fish keeping, I would have to say the move. When I moved here, moving all of those tanks and dealing with all of those fish and setting stuff up, and man, if I ever move again, if I ever move again, the fish that I keep, I'm not move. I'm gonna donate them to an LFS or maybe give them to some hobbyists that are I know would take care of them. Yeah, I'm not trying that again. I'm just gonna start all over, man. Start all over.
You got plans to move, or are you gonna?
No. I'm just saying that was, you know, if I had it to do again, I think I'm good. Like where I am for a little while now.
So you're a father of 3. How involved are the kids in fish keeping?
Well, one of my daughters, she actually helps me film sometime, but they're not really deep into fish keeping. My oldest daughter, when she's 17, she was into shrimp at some point, but she's moved. You know, kids, teenagers, they don't hold on to stuff for long.
They got another question in here from Sugary. I.f.g, will you go saltwater? We touched on it a bit. So what are your plans?
Yeah, I've already mentioned that I'm going to be setting up a saltwater tank, so that's coming soon. I'm not going to keep any corals or anything like that because I'm really into the predator fish. So the saltwater fish that I will keep is obviously going to be like some of the saltwater predator fish, like maybe lionfish and I don't know, some of the cool eels or some things like that.
I see Caitlin saying, "There you go, Anthony. There's your answer." I know Anthony's moving, and he's going to be moving all his fish with him. He keeps adding though before he moves. I don't know what's going on there. If somebody was just starting out keeping African cichlids and they never had before, what are some tips you would give that person?
Get the biggest tank that you can afford. Always start with the aquarium. Get the biggest tank that you can afford. Do research, a lot of research. Don't just go to the fish store and act. Because at the end of the day, the fish store's job is to sell fish, and then a lot of more than likely, the fish store employees aren't educated on the fish. So I would say just do some in-depth research before purchasing any fish, for that matter.
So what about what type of cichlids and what type of filtration would you recommend for that?
When you say cichlid, are you mean African cichlids or
what type of African cichlids?
I don't know. Mbuna are really, really aggressive, and
Yeah.
that might scare like a hobbyist, like a beginner hobbyist, away from wanting to keep cichlids.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know, maybe a couple of peacocks or something like that. Start off with a couple of
Yeah,
peacocks.
that'd be cool.
Hmm. Or
What's
you
going
can,
on?
or some of the shell dwellers or something like that.
Oh yeah,
Technique
something
and
a little easier. Yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
those guys are pretty peaceful. What's going on, Kendall? Out of Creek Aquatics. How you doing, man? So at the end of the year, I'm just wondering, what would you like your subtotal to be at? What's your goal?
I don't really have a goal, but to me, honestly, 10K is the new 1K. A long time ago,
Yeah.
like 1K, everybody was like striving to get that 1K. So it's now like when you get that 1K, you're like, man, I'm tired of being at this 1K, and it's like really, really frustrating. And it's almost like as creators, you feel like, man, what am I doing? You know what I mean? But for me, I would say,
Yes, I know what you mean.
I will say this, my next milestone is 50K because I'm at like 39
Yeah.
7 or something like that right now. 39 723 right now.
Yeah.
So
Well,
my next milestone it would be like 50.
yeah. Well, you're gonna have 40 in the next few days, week maybe, right?
Probably no telling how, man. YouTube is weird.
Yeah.
You can be moving on up like George and Wheezy, and then the next two videos they bomb, and you're like,
Yeah.
what's going on here?
Yeah. Zach. Zach's got a question. Any fish still on your fish keeping bucket list?
I think I talked to. What did I tell you, Zach? I don't know. So many fish. I think for some reason it feels like we just had this conversation a couple of weeks ago.
You got it.
I would say it would probably. Hmm. You know what? Get back to me on that one.
Anthony's pointing out that both of us have got archers going wrong in the background behind us. That's pretty cool. I noticed your archers right away. That was the first fish that I saw in your tank there when I was looking at you. But that's pretty cool. You sell swag as well, like T-shirts and stuff like that. Do you have thoughts on expanding your how to make more money?
I have like t-shirt shops, a Teespring and Spreadshirt, but I haven't really gotten into the whole marketing the brand.
Yeah,
I was pushing Hap Nation heavy at one point, um, and I made a nice bit of profit off some of the shirts, but I haven't been pushing the brand as recent. I just YouTube advertises my t-shirt shop below my videos, so if someone's interested, feel free to go ahead and buy it. But as far as saying, hey guys, I have this out and blah 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 blah, I don't, I can't remember the last time I said something like that in the video.
there's a question here that you don't have to answer if you don't want to. Um, how much is IFG earning?
On YouTube, it
Yeah,
varies. Sometimes like 3 grand a month, sometimes 19, sometimes 17.
that's pretty cool, man. That's pretty good. Sorry. Sorry about the sickness today, folks. The throat is taking a beating. Daryl Deemer, hello. What's going on, Daryl? So, what about tanks? Are you going to expand? I know you just sold a bunch of your tanks, but do you think you'll buy some new ones as well?
Well,
What's your
I have a, promotional deal going on with custom aquariums.
yeah,
I'm going to be getting a huge peninsula style aquarium.
yeah,
I haven't finalized that yet because like I just moved in here a couple of months ago. I
yeah?
haven't even really unpacked fully. So but that's definitely in the works. That tank, I changed the dimensions of that tank so many times, dude, so many
Mm-hmm.
times. Haven't quite made up my mind on that yet, but I do know that I'm going to be doing another pond, but this one is going to have glass panels around the side where you can actually see into it from the side. It's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be
That's
pretty
cool.
cool.
How's that going to work?
Well, I have this guy that works at a glass shop, and
Yeah,
he does those sort of builds on the side, and he's gonna he's gonna build it for me, so it should be pretty sweet.
KG Cichlids Kevin says that YouTube money is going right back into saving hundreds of bettas from Walmart.
What did he say? Say that again.
He said that YouTube money is going straight into saving hundreds of bettas at Walmart.
I know, right?
There's another question in there that somebody's wondering if you're ever going to get stingrays. Is that on your list?
Definitely. That's probably going to be in that saltwater aquarium.
Oh, you're going to go saltwater rays, eh? That's cool.
Yeah. We can't have freshwater rays in Texas.
Oh no, you can't take it. What other fish can't you have there?
A lot. Any of the various 2D fish that we can't have, like the exodons that Joey has, we can't have them.
I know you can't have the Asian arowanas.
Yeah, I don't think anywhere in America can have the Asian arowanas.
Yeah.
But Texas in particular is quite a few species that they won't allow you to keep unless you have a zoological license.
Oh, that's cool. Anthony's wondering, when is IFG going to hook up Unconventional Aquatics with the Gulper?
Man, you better be worried about moving in to that new crib, Caitlin's.
That's what he needs right now is more fish.
Right.
Zach says that he can't wait to be big enough on YouTube to have a guy. Zach, you are growing quickly, my friend. Before you know it, you're going to have a guy as well. If anybody else has any questions, we're going to get them read for you. I'm not sure that I can keep going here tonight, but I just want to say thank you so much to I.f.g. for joining us. Evan, it was great, man. It was so much fun. Thanks for stopping in. It was great to get to know you.
No doubt. Thanks for having me.
So with that, what do you got coming up? You kind of don't really have a set schedule like we touched on earlier, but when's your next video coming up?
It's probably going to be Saturday.
Saturday. Are we going to know what it's about yet?
I haven't decided yet. I am going to be setting up another aquarium because I have a black nasty that I have in the pond in my garage. I want to set up an aquarium for it. So it may be me setting up that tank or something like that. I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
Okay, cool. Can we get one last question here? HSP Aquatics. Can I get a shout out from IFG?
Shout out HPS Aquatics.
There you go, man. I want to say thank you very much to everyone that watched today. Thank you so much to the moderators today. Thank you so much to everyone that gave a super chat today. I am back on next Wednesday with Jason from Primetime Aquatics at the same time. So, Evan, thank you so much, man. It was awesome, as usual. Thank you.
Peace.
Join me next week for another edition of Friday Fish Facts.